Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's your boy Dinari. And before we get started with another episode of the Youngbouls Podcast, I want to let you guys know about Inherited Media. Now, what is Inherited Media, you may ask? It's a sports media collective run by my man Chris. If you like basketball, if you do podcasts such as mine, Youngbouls Podcast, or you like doing photography like my man Aiden, or you like doing anything else, you like writing articles, hit us up at Inherited Media. There's a lot of good creators over there, and if you want to be a part of something special like that, hit us up. Let us know, and just follow us on IG at Inherited. Link is in the bio. And yeah, man. With all that being said, enjoy this episode of the Youngbouls Podcast. And peace. Jay, you got anything to say before this episode?
Follow.
Anything else?
Subscribe. Follow. Watch. Love. Support.
And support. Enjoy the episode, man. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's your boy Dinari here. Before we get started with today's brand new episode of the Youngbouls Podcast, I want you guys to go check out this clothing apparel company called Solitary Faith Apparel. Solitary Faith Apparel is an apparel company my man Manny did. Shout out, man. He went to high school. I went to high school with him, but he's doing his thing, and he got a lot of good pieces on there, a lot of shirts and shorts, and it's a legit site. It's not one of those. It's not one of those scam things. So make sure you guys go check it out. Solitary Faith. There's a lot of good options to choose from, and there's a lot more stuff on the way. Make sure you guys go check out the website, and make sure you guys go check out the IG and follow them on IG at SolitaryFaithClothing, so you guys will be in the loop when there's more pieces and more articles that are dropping soon. Because I'm telling you right now, this is the beginning. It's only the beginning. There's more stuff on the way. I know I'm going to cop something, so make sure I want you guys to cop something too. Look fly as well. So make sure you guys go check out Solitary Faith Clothing. Tell them the Youngbouls Pod sent you. And with Solitary Faith Apparel, with faith comes solitude. So make sure I go check it out. Shout out my boy Manny for doing this thing. Enjoy the episode. Peace.
Showtime.
Bro, Chris Paul has better handles than AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Brand new episode here of the Youngbouls Podcast. It's your boy Dinari here. Back again with my man Jalen. Say what's up, Jay.
Yo.
Yeah. Quango, he's off world right now. I promise you, he's still here. We just don't know. It's been like a month since he's been on, but he's gonna get on an episode eventually. But we got a lot to talk about, obviously. We reached 1,000 plays, so we're gonna talk more about that later in the episode, man. But we're gonna start off today's episode with, the United States basketball team, man. United States basketball team. Goat sighting. Jay, go ahead and kick it off, man, because I know you got a lot to say about King Braun right here. I know you got a lot to say about King James.
Oh, my gosh. Mr. Triple-Double. Mr. Do It All. Mr. What Can't He Do? Oh, my goodness. He's the greatest of all time. There's nothing else to say. It's just he's the greatest of all times. There's nothing else.
Look, I used to be a Jordan head. Like, I used to think that Jordan was the GOAT. Obviously, I never seen Jordan play, but I used to think that Jordan was the GOAT, whatever. And I use the 6-ring argument every single time. But I can't.
Old head propaganda.
I can't lie to you. After seeing what Lebron has been doing just off of these Olympic games alone, what he did with the South Sudan game and Germany, and then even last night, like, dude, what LeBron is doing at this age is unreal, man. And I'm happy that, LeBron and Curry fans can see this greatness happen with them just at least one last time in the Olympics, because there's a good chance they may not be there from 2028. But, I'm also happy to see my GOAT, Joel Embiid, do his thing yesterday, too. Everybody was saying, hey, no, let me say my piece. Everybody was talking trash about how Embiid was ducking Jokic and how Embiid never want to play Jokic outside of being at home court and everything. We played at a neutral site yesterday, and Embiid still gave Jokic the work. Greatest center in the league. I've been telling everybody for the longest. But, yeah, man, it was such a good game yesterday. Curry, too. He was on fire yesterday.
He didn't miss.
He didn't miss at all. He was like 1-3 early in the game where he shot it from the corner and turned around before it came in. It was like, bro, like, chill. But shout out to Serbia, too, though, because I knew Bojan Bojanovic was nice, but I didn't know he was that nice, man. Like, that dude was feeling it, man. And it seemed like for a second Serbia couldn't miss. It couldn't miss at all. And I feel like everything changed once he did the whole the Carmelo celebration right in front of Carmelo and everything like
Comeback
that.
time.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a real good game. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. They said that KD's gonna be starting too. He's gonna take Drew Holiday's spot in the starting lineup. So it's clear to me that the U.S. is trying to get this game over with out the way early. So yeah, so it's definitely gonna be a good, interesting matchup too. A lot of good storylines for that as well. But Jay, what else you got to say about just the game yesterday or just Team USA as a whole? There's also too. Before we even finish what you got to say, shout out to the girls too, because the girls team about to be playing for gold tomorrow as well. So
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. But go ahead, Jay. Say what you're gonna say.
Let's rewind back to LeBron James. I just have to put something out there. When this documentary releases, grown men will shed tears. This will be the greatest piece of American film we've ever seen.
Better than The Last Dance?
That's going to be nothing compared to what we're about to witness. What we're going to witness, that's going to be nothing. Afterthought. It's going to be the greatest piece of American film we've ever seen.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Just seeing like Bron and just like seeing him hoop and everything like that at this level, and then just knowing that he's probably like a year or two away from retiring. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cry when he leaves the league. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like everybody's gonna shed tears when LeBron leaves the league. LeBron is the NBA. LeBron is the NBA. So yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be something when LeBron decides to hang it up. But yeah, man, it's just so nice being able to see him, KD, and Curry team up. But we only have one person to really thank for all this happening. That's Noah Lyles. So thank you, Noah Lyles, for saying what you said, because that caused for all this to happen. It was like the domino effect. But yeah, man.
Most definitely.
I hopefully.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I feel like, I don't know, 2028. We got to really look at who's going to be in our Team USA team. Because honestly, I don't know if it's going to be the same results as this year.
Oh, most definitely not.
I don't know if it's going to be the same.
I'm not, because look, if Curry decides to come back, that's cool. But they're gonna the game, like we said, like Kobe said. I remember Kobe Bryant said this after USA won, bronze or whatever back in 2004. They were like, it's you find solace in the fact that the game is continuing to grow. And obviously, you got more and more European, stars from outside the country coming into the league and everything like that, hooping. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a time where USA is not gonna be able to keep up. I mean, take a look at it. We lost to Lithuania in the qualifiers back in 2021, or whenever we played, or whenever Austin Reeves was on the team. I don't know if that was FIBA or what.
2020.
Yeah, 2020.
But 2021 because of what's it called, pandemic.
Yeah. Gabe Vincent dropped 21, 26 on us in the qualifier. So, it's like I said, the game is continuing to grow. But as far as who we're bringing out in 2028, I have no idea.
Well, I feel like 2020. Oh, go ahead.
Outside of Anthony Edwards, outside of Tatum, I don't know who else we're bringing out. D-Book? I mean, I don't know. Bam again? I don't know. So, yeah,
I don't know. I feel like in 2021 it was a kind of like a different situation because really no one was trying to go overseas. Like it was a pandemic. Nobody was trying to leave the United States. So I feel like that was a different situation. But yeah, for 2028, there's a lot of decisions that need to be made.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's going to be tough.
Nah, I'm saying one thing I wish, man. I really wish. I wish Kyrie was on this team, man. I wish they gave Kyrie the nod, let him play for Team USA. But can't always happen. But yeah, man. Also, too, just sidetrack from basketball real quick. Did you see the breakdancing thing? Did you catch any of the breakdancing?
The breakdancing Olympic games. I heard about it, but I didn't spend any time.
Dude, it was absolutely terrible, man. It was absolutely terrible.
I did see a little white girl with a do-rag on. That's what I did.
Bro, I saw it too. My mom, shout out mom, she sent it to me. It was like a little I think she was Australian or something. I don't even remember. But she had a do-rag on and everything. It was a mess. It was a mess. But yeah, man. But I can't even lock back in. But yeah, it was just it was a funny thing for sure. But all right, moving on from Team USA, also too, what you got?
I got one more thing for Team USA.
Go ahead.
I I feel like Draymond was speaking about it. I've seen the Draymond clip of him speaking about it on his podcast. But if more players want to get involved in the Olympics, like we have we have 3-on-3 Olympics. Like
Oh yes, please.
So many different
Yes,
NBA players
please.
can get involved.
Yes,
with it.
please. Yes, please.
Get the opportunity to win a gold medal if you know you're not going to make the 5-on-5.
Jalen, forget about that. There's a whole other league completely related to 3-on-3 basketball games called the Big Three that former players play in. Like, well, I don't understand why the best we're bringing out for the U.S. for the 3-on-3 tournament is Jimmer Fredette. No knock to Jimmer Fredette. He's a bucket for sure. Yes. But Jimmer Fredette is also old. Like, you're telling me we don't have any other people we can bring out for the 3v3 game? I don't even think we qualified for a medal this year. The girls team got a bronze. The girls team got a bronze or something like that. But I know the boys team didn't.
The crazy part was the girls team. Their record wasn't even all of that. I think they won just simply because they won games back to back.
Yeah. But as far as like the men's team, I don't know outside of Jimmer. I didn't know who else we brought out there.
They were all randoms, bro.
It
was all randoms.
I definitely think that in a league where you have majority of the people, obviously hoopers and stuff, there should be no problem in bringing out people who's saying like, hey, if you don't make the 5v5, there's a 3v3 spot for you so you can still come to the Olympics. Like, come on. Like, most definitely. That shit, we should not be losing to third world countries in 3v3 basketball. Like, it should not be happening. Not happening at all. But, yeah, also, too, what's your, as you talking about USA and everything, what's your outlooks on the game tomorrow between France and the US?
Well, we've played majority of this team in the NBA, so hopefully, I don't know, hopefully we already know a few things or two. Like, I'm pretty sure it's at least like 70% of their team is coming from the NBA. I know they have Wemby, they have Bilal, Batum is
Fournier.
Yeah, Fournier's playing. Who else was on that team? Oh,
Gobert.
Yeah, Gobert. Well, he doesn't even get no playing time.
Oh yeah,
but,
true.
I don't know. It's a lot of NBA players, so hopefully, we already know their tendencies and we know ways to beat them. So
I hope so, but for some odd reason, man, this Olympics alone just taught me that people just decided to power up for no reason whatsoever. Prime example, Evan Fournier, dude's been out the league for like a couple of years. Last time I seen him play, he was on the Knicks. This dude comes into the Olympics, and this dude's making shots from close to mid half court, whatever, like that. Pulling up like it's nothing and celebrating all this stuff. Like that dude's like the best player on France. And I'm like,
he wasn't in the NBA though. He wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He was in the league. Yeah, he was in the league. He was hooping. He was hooping when he was in his prime.
He averaged 20. 1 year he averaged 20.
I don't remember if it was in Orlando or where he was, but he was hooping for like
Orlando,
he was hooping for a good bit. But yeah, I'm just not trying to have another situation where we had like yesterday in Serbia, where we were having players just like hooping, getting buckets on us, and celebrating and stuff like that. That was not a good look.
I feel like, what was I about to say? Oh, with France. France almost lost one of the games to Japan, and Japan's not one of the best teams. I feel like France, they have a high probability to mess up. They almost lost to Japan. And first of all,
they almost lost to Canada. They almost lost to Canada, too.
They got bailed out with that game against Japan because Rui shouldn't have fouled out. And then it was a lot. Rui had like 30, almost 30, and fouled out. It was such a soft foul.
Yeah, it was part of the script, man. They gotta have the home country in the finals. They got to. But yeah, man.
France is an iffy team because they can either be really good or just really off.
All I'm saying is if Gobert is starting, and Embiid should be getting the ball almost every time down the floor. If Gobert is starting, Embiid's going for a cool 30. I feel it. But I definitely feel like if they win gold tomorrow, if USA wins gold tomorrow, even if they don't win gold, I don't even think it's going to be a failure, but they definitely should have no problem winning gold tomorrow. I just feel like they have a lot more bodies and a lot more depth on the team. Like the USA team we talk about a team that has a lot of stars. USA is like really deep. Like
we have LeBron James on our team. Is that not
LeBron?
Enough?
We have LeBron. Like, imagine, like, lacing up, you looking across the floor, and you see King James on you. You don't see that for your country. I mean, y'all got Wemby. That's cool, but you don't got no GOAT. You don't got King James.
It's scary. You see a 6 on his chest. It's just an animal. It's a manimal, man. You
You,
can't
you see,
do nothing.
especially with the headband on. When the headband's on, it's oh my gosh. And then you got KD in the starting lineup too.
Oh,
Who's guarding KD? Batum? Oh, that's easy 20. That's easy 20. Who's going?
Yeah, man. Why Batum in? Why Batum in?
Why is he in, man? Former Sixers legend, but you know. All right, let me chill. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game for sure. Me and my man's Kadar, we were talking about KD and everything the other day, and he was saying how if they play France, if they just decide to put like Bilal or Batum on KD, like it's gonna be problems. Because I remember
easy money.
I remember one possession in particular from yesterday's game where KD had the ball. I think it was towards the end of the game. Actually, it was like the dagger, and they had this dude from Serbia guarding him, and KD hit him with he had him with a 1-2 crossover, leaning on the other side. It was filthy. It was filthy.
Let's hope France is on a. Let's hope France isn't all that.
Honestly, after facing Serbia, I feel like USA could take care of them for sure. It's gonna be
they're definitely gonna come stronger too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close game, but USA should definitely have no problem taking gold for sure. I hope they do, because if they don't, I can already hear ESPN and Skip Bayless and everybody saying how LeBron and he's a choke artist and all that stuff too. So yeah, I hope they take gold. Well, any last words you want to say about the game tomorrow? Anything like that?
That was it. We just let's hope we win.
Yeah. Look, Captain America, please do your job, please.
Oh my goodness,
my king. But all right, but since we're talking about USA ball and everything like that, obviously one of the major stories that came out after last night's game, outside of Steve Curry's rotations and stuff like that, which I'll get to in a sec, but Jason Tatum. Obviously, Jason Tatum had 0 minutes logged. A lot of people were saying how, it was disrespectful to Tatum. And, it's disrespectful to have, a player of that caliber not play. A lot of people on TikTok said they still sleeping on Tatum and stuff like that. Jalen, what's your thoughts on Jason Tatum getting no minutes playing yesterday? And, just his overall minutes in the Olympics so far.
Him and Halliburton. This is the second game they both got 0 minutes. Donuts. Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot of stars. It's only 48. What was it? 48 minutes. I don't know. It's a lot of stars. Only 48 minutes. I can't say too much. That's really it. They need that one man in the game at all times. Number 6. They need him in the game at all times.
Look, honestly, like I understand. Like people are saying it's the thing about being angry about it. But to sit up here and say, I saw people saying, "Oh, I'm going for Serbia because they're not gonna put my boy Tatum in the game." That's ridiculous, man. Like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Look, Tatum is a solid player. We're not saying he isn't, but it's the same way where you have like a team, and you got a team full of all players that can get buckets and stuff. You got to accept your role. I mean, Halliburton. You see Halliburton. You don't see Halliburton getting mad. You don't see any Pacers fans being like, "Oh, they disrespecting Halliburton. They're not putting him in." Halliburton's over there smiling on the bench, giving high fives and stuff. Like,
I feel like you can't have a team for like all stars on the court at one time. Like,
right.
At some point, somebody's not going to get the ball, or somebody's not going to be doing what they usually do. So I feel like that'll mess it up. So they need more role players in the game, like Drew Holiday or
Derek White.
Yeah.
Like, which I was questioning about him being in the Olympics at first, because I was like, why not get Jalen Brown? But I'm not gonna lie, as I've seen the Olympics going on and everything like that, like I understand why Derek White is in the game. Like I understand why he was picked to be in the Olympics.
From the jump. Obviously, Jalen Brown is the better choice, better player.
Right.
But certain teams need role players. You can't have all stars. You can't have all stars.
Right. That is true.
It's one of them situations.
Right. It is true. I get that. But with Tatum's case, I understand that too, like being disrespected. But I feel like unless Tatum said it, I mean, it's just word to mouth at that point. Tatum, just seeing him on the floor yesterday, just seeing him just like high-fiving everybody, he looks fine, everything like that. I don't think he's bummed out about it. I mean, you have the chance to play with the best player in the world, and Steph and KD, and one of the best scorers of our generation. I don't think you're gonna be mad about not getting minutes, but getting an easy way to get gold. So, yeah, like people know you can do. It's not like you're like somebody we don't know who's getting like no tick, but we know what you can do and stuff like that. So, I don't think it's any reason to get mad about it. And people sitting up here saying they're going for other teams just because Tatum's not in, like, chill out, man. Like, it's not that deep. It's never that serious.
And I feel like with Tatum, like he can fit that role player like role on the team. But I feel like with the media and like how everyone's going about it, like it brings his confidence down. And when he's actually on the floor shooting open shots, he's not making them. So that's really the issue.
Also, too, I don't know if it was like a warm-up game or whatever, but the last time I remember Tatum stepping on the floor, had a 3 in the corner and hit the side of the backboard. Not saying that's the reason why he's not playing, but, like you said, it's a mental thing, too. So maybe, he's right where he needs to be. Also, too, like while we're on the subject, you can say the same thing with Adebayo. Like Adebayo's getting tick, but he's not getting as much tick as Embiid or AD. So
yeah, definitely not as much tick as he usually gets. Like
Bam
Adebayo does everything for the Miami Heat.
Right, he doesn't have to do everything for Team USA. Like I feel like in a strange case, like you will want that role. If I'm not expected to do much on this team, I'm cool with that. If I gotta just show up and whenever they call my name, be out there, that's what I'll do. But, I feel like that's the whole thing about the Tatum thing for sure. But then also, too, another thing that was bothering me yesterday a little bit, that I had an issue with, low-key, was Steve Kerr and these rotations, man. Like, I remember Draymond, he said something, I don't remember if it was a podcast or just on Twitter, but he was just saying how, like, he got to scrap the rotations. I don't know who's in charge of putting people in and taking people out, but Steve Kerr, man, he almost gave people heart attacks about, how he was putting people in and out the games yesterday. And he's been doing this all Olympics as well. So, I just want to say, like, what's your thoughts on the rotations and just, Steve Curry's performance as a coach? Because I'm not going to lie, people have been saying that Steve Kerr has been an overrated coach for, like, the longest time. And I've been like, I've been saying, like, what you mean? Like, he knows what he's doing. But after yesterday, I'm kind of like, I get what y'all saying. I get it. So, Jalen, what's your thoughts on, just Steve Kerr, what he's been doing as a coach and everything like that? Because sometimes I feel like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I feel like with a bunch of stars on your like I said, with a bunch of stars on your team, all that stuff is kind of difficult. And especially like this is not a regular basketball team. This only happens once every 4 years, and they don't know who's going to be on the team until maybe a year or two before. Yeah. Maybe just a year, but it's not enough preparation time. And I feel like if he had more preparation time, one, it could improve, and two, in order to have it also improve, you need to have an in-game experience. So he can only like learn and understand what his team is working with if they're in the game, right? If they're playing in the game. So I feel like with a few games under the belt, hopefully he gets it right this game.
Yeah, I hope so, because if he doesn't, it's going to be bad. People are already calling him CT Eve Kerr on Twitter and stuff. That's not... But I hopefully he gets it right, man, because, if he doesn't, I'm not saying nothing crazy going to happen, but they're not going to ask him to be coach of Team USA again. Also, too, general question. Did Coach Pop retire or, like, Coach K retire from doing it? Because I remember for a moment...
Coach K retired from coaching. Coach K retired from coaching. Okay. I don't know about Greg Popovich. I don't know about Mr. Popovich. He's still coaching the Spurs. I don't know. I guess he
not retired from that, but like USA. Because I remember for a brief moment, if it wasn't Coach K doing it, Pop was definitely one of the coaches for it. So
I'm not sure. I'm sure they asked him. It's Coach Pop. I'm sure they asked him. He probably declined.
Also, too, I just want to know what the criteria is for just how do they get the coaches for Team USA, because I'm not sitting up here saying I don't like the coaching hire, but you're telling me that of all the coaches in the league, including a coach of the NBA champion Celtics, the best coach that we got for this was Steve Kerr?
Yeah. I guess they just go after the best coach they ask. They ask, and then whoever accepts. I know Joe Mazzulla, first of all, he's a great coach. Spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. But I'm sure they all just declined, I guess.
I guess so.
I hope Steve Kerr wasn't the first option.
No, I hope not either. But, yeah. So, obviously, something to look out for tomorrow. Another thing to look out for tomorrow with Tatum and everything like that. If he does get in, we'll see how he plays. If he plays poorly, though, it's gonna be a wreck. It's gonna be terrible if he plays poorly. But hopefully, if he does get his number called tomorrow, he performs. If he doesn't, he'll be ready to get those high fives and those, waters for the guys, on the court.
Boy, I need the water.
I got you. Here's some Gatorade. But yeah. So hopefully that happens. All right. So moving on, man. We flowing quite nicely. But obviously the preseason starting up.
Yes, sir. It's almost football time.
Hey, it's almost time for the Aura God. Jaden Daniels.
Yes, sir. Mr. Aura. Oh my gosh. Big number 5 on the jersey. I gotta get myself a jersey. Oh my goodness. That's Aura man right there.
I pray and I hope for your sake, Jalen, that he ends up performing well this season, because if he doesn't,
I've been hearing good things from ex-NFL players. I've been hearing good things from scouts. I've been hearing good things from coaches. I've been hearing good things. So we're gonna keep it that way.
All right. But obviously, Jalen, Joe Milton had his first, couple of plays for the Patriots yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling about Joe Milton? I feel like. Oh, go ahead.
He looked good in his preseason game, but I feel like it's preseason. Preseason. So I feel like we're just gonna have to see. Maybe he gets not a start, but I don't know, a few snaps in the regular season. But I doubt it. I think Drake May will be the starting quarterback.
Yeah. Also, too, we had to say this for Summer League a couple of episodes ago, but I just want to reiterate this for preseason. It is preseason football. Just because your team goes 4-0 in preseason does not mean that your team is going to take this preseason success and take it into the regular season. Also, too, just because a player performs well in preseason does not mean that he's going to have a giant role when he gets into, when the season starts. Do not make your assumptions about your team's season on preseason play.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Half the people in preseason aren't even gonna make the 55.
They're not gonna make the roster. They're not gonna make the roster. If you fall in love with a player in the preseason and you say, why did he get cut? There's a solid reason why he got cut. I'm just telling you guys that now. It's a PSA. I feel like I gotta go through this every single year when it comes to preseason ball, because there's a lot of people out here who makes assumptions and conclusions just off of preseason play. So yeah. But obviously for Joe Milton, I thought that he had a solid performance. I agree with. I saw somebody try to say that he looks like Cam Newton when he was on the pass, and I'm like, chill a little bit, ease up with that. But ease up. But honestly, I feel like he's gonna be a solid backup. I think he's gonna make the team for sure. I also saw reports from my Saints that they said that Spencer Rattler may be QB1.
Oh, I told you. Did I not tell you? I told you. I was trying to preach game. I was trying to tell you.
I hope. I don't even know what we're doing anymore, man. As as a Saints fan,
that's not even crazy. You got to think about it. That's not even crazy.
Explain to me how it's not crazy.
First of all, did I not tell you this before? I told you this maybe 2 months ago. Whenever you guys drafted him, I said this is going to be your QB1 by, I think I said week 13, if that. But let's be real. Derek White is getting older.
Derek Carr.
Bum. Derek Carr is coming off injury. He's getting older. And I don't know, last season, it was a pretty good season statistically, but if you were looking at the games, come on.
Nah, it was terrible, man. It was terrible.
That's why he had a good season, but if you were looking at the games, you do not want him as your quarterback.
Dude, I vividly remember one game last year where Derek Carr sat out of possession and the crowd was cheering. The minute they put him back into the game, everybody in the stadium was booing. And this was a home game, mind you, against the Falcons, which is our rivals. So it's definitely a thing where it's like, come on, man. And then obviously we got the looming stuff with Olave, because Olave's rookie contract about to be done. Olave not going to
tick.
Olave's not going to want to stay if we're playing bad, and it's just a whole lot of stuff, man. I hope Rattler performs well, because I remember what he was like in Oklahoma, and he got replaced by Caleb Williams in Oklahoma. So I hope he performs well, in the Saints.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he will. He's gonna be better than Derek Carr. I think so.
Yeah, that's not saying much.
As soon as you drafted him, I was like, this is gonna be your QB1 soon. I told you.
Yeah, that's not saying much, Jay, that he's gonna be better.
But I think y'all better go. Y'all better go in rebuild mode. And I can't wait to talk. I can't wait because y'all was talking so much on us. I can't wait. We play out this year too. I'm ready. We play on this.
In New Orleans or Washington?
I don't even remember. I gotta check.
Oh my gosh, man! Rebuild mode. Our Super Bowl window closed like that.
You had a window open?
Yes. That year when we had Drew Brees. Yes. The year that we got robbed by the
Drew
Rams.
Brees? You talking about 4 years, 5, 6 years ago? How long ago was that?
We played the Commanders. We played the Commanders in New Orleans. Oh, that's Dub City.
I might be seeing it on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. New Orleans. December 15th.
Yeah.
Oh, so walk into your trap, take over your trap. Let's go. We ready.
Yeah, but, since we talked about Oregon and stuff earlier, man, what you guys say about, Commanders training camp, how's it going on y'all side? Because I don't follow y'all, so.
I follow my training camp. Let me think. First, we're hearing great, amazing, spectacular, stupendous, marvelous things about man, number 5. Our secondary, something we got to work on. I feel like
no.
Here we go. Go ahead.
What's his name? Emmanuel Forbes? You get that boy out the team, man. That dude got burnt yesterday. Oh, my gosh. And Garrett Wilson?
What I remember is training camp. It was raining outside. He's trying. He's not trying to get injured. He
was getting cooked last year too, Jay.
They played one hand touch in training camp.
Jay, he was getting cooked last. Jay, he was getting cooked.
2-hand touch.
Jay, he was getting cooked last year too.
He's not trying to get injured, Dinari. Come on, it's raining outside. Season ain't started yet. He's trying to make
AJ Brown torched that dude for 3 tutties last year in Philly. Let's not forget that.
That was week 6, dude.
Let's not forget that, Jay. It looks like another Eli Apple clone. This looks like an Eli Apple clone, Jay. But continue.
Anyway, I've seen spectacular things from our offense. Defense, obviously secondary we got to work on. There's so many free agents right now, though. Justin Simmons is still available. Stephon Gilmore is still available. Oh, my gosh. First off, he will already add so much to our secondary because our secondary is so buns. But he would be a great mentor to Sandstro, who's our rookie. Emmanuel Forbes, obviously, he needs some mentorship.
Most definitely.
And we still got St. Juice. Who else do we? We got a few DBs this year. DBs this year. I'm trying to think. We moved Jamin Davis to defensive end, or no? Dan Quinn said he was going to be a hybrid pass rusher. So sometimes he's going to be playing defensive end, sometimes he's going to be in pass coverage. I feel like he's going to have a big season this year. Jamin Davis, he's fighting for a contract or a re-signing. Yeah, contract. And I think he's going to have a good year this year. So defense we got to work on, but our offense is looking spectacular.
Okay, so just making sure. So a couple of episodes ago, we did the whole over-under thing. We did the whole over-under thing as far as wins for you guys. I'm pretty sure you said over 8 or over. I forgot what you said.
Did we have it down? I think you might have said 6.5, 7.5.
All right, you still saying y'all getting over 6.5?
I think we're getting over 6 wins. We're getting over 6 wins.
All right,
6.5.
All right.
6.5.
All right.
I want to change.
I want to change mine. I like to change mine. I think I said over 8. We're getting under that.
I'm glad you know. I'm glad you know.
Quango, I'm sorry, but we're not looking too solid this year, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a rebuild season.
Glad you know.
Yeah, but anything else from preseason that you wanna, Also, too, when do the Bears play? When does Caleb Williams play? I know the Eagles are playing right now, but Bears. Oh, the Eagles won. Word.
Oh, the Bears. Oh, they played their Hall of Fame game the first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Bears play tomorrow at 1.
Word. So I get to see Caleb Williams. Bet. So that should be fun.
He does play. I don't know if Caleb's going to play for week 1.
Great. That should be fun, though. But all right, moving on, man. Obviously, beginning of the episode, I said 1,000 plays. We just hit 1,000 plays. Probably
1K.
Last week. So outside, I already said thank you to you guys, but, I'll reiterate again. Thank you guys for support, the love, and the podcast, everything like that. We wouldn't be where we are without you guys, so thank you. But with that being said, since it's 1,000 plays, a little celebration, we're going to go back down memory lane. So, Jay, what's your favorite parts, just from the podcast alone? What's your favorite, moments from being on here and stuff like that?
I think I was on the episode, but when Quingo said Chris Paul had a better handle than Jamal Crawford, that was ridiculous. I think we were talking about that so much after the podcast, like it was outrageous. I'm trying to think of some good moments. But that one was, oh my goodness. We went down. We had an hour debate. Possibly.
Yeah.
It was too long.
I remember just back when we first started doing them on here, we had an episode with Aiden where he said that shout out Aiden, where Quingo was on, and he said that heading into this season that the San Antonio Spurs would have a better record than Oklahoma City Thunder. And then he
now you did say that. Oh my gosh, the one seed in the bottom seed of the West. Actually, 1-16.
He said they have a better record than the Thunder, which that caused a lot. And then the Chris Paul thing too, that was just hilarious, man. Just recording that episode was probably one of the funniest, moments, because we were talking, like you said, about that long after the episode ended, and this proceeded and added on and went on to like a whole different episode. So that was hilarious. Also, another underrated episode was the little ox court battle episode too, where we had
Oz on here.
Yeah, where we had Oz on here. And then we had an episode with, I think it was you, Quingo, Ellie, and Jackie on there too. And we had like an episode, and Quingo tried to say that Gunna's album that came out last year was his best album of all time. So,
Curse?
Yeah. So,
or is that which one was the most recent one? Gifted Curse was the Gifted.
That was Gifted Curse was I think that was the one that came out 2 years ago. I forgot what this one was called. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, obviously, a whole lot of good moments. Any other moments, Jay, that, come out to you or anything like that?
Oh, my God. We need to have another, when Moomba was on here, we need to have another music episode. I feel like we need to have another music episode.
Most definitely. Moomba, that episode was also a solid episode, man.
The one that Gunna dropped this year was one of one.
Yeah. But, yeah, Moomba being on episode, that was cool. Shout out Moomba. We seen what you're doing on there, performing and stuff like that. So keep doing your thing. But, yeah, that episode was fun. I feel like all the episodes he did was pretty fun. The one we had Mulero on was pretty chill.
Yes.
Yeah, every guest that we've had so far was amazing. I think my favorite one, obviously, was the one that we did in the studio. Just the first episode we did in the studio. That one was such a huge deal. And obviously, just going around helping the homeless and stuff like that, too. I know that was an episode, but that was still something fun that we did. So, obviously, man, just, with the podcast and everything, like I said before, hopefully we make more memories along the way and everything like that. Have some more fun, as the episodes keep going. But yeah, here's to 1,000 episodes, man. I mean, not 1,000 episodes, 1,000 plays. Let me chill on that. But
almost there.
We almost there. But with that being said, man, it's on the short side, but that's gonna do it for this episode, man. So thank you guys for tuning into this episode. As always, make sure you guys check us out, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, stuff like that. Lebron, go ahead and get your goal tomorrow. My king, go ahead and get your goal tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and get your goal tomorrow. Go ahead and get your goal tomorrow. Do your thing. Jay, you got any final words you want to say, man?
I'm trying to think. Unheralded. Tap in with Unheralded.
Yeah, tap in Unheralded and tap in with Solitary Faith Clothing. Tap in with them too. They make some nice clothes. That was their sponsor for last episode. It's our sponsor for this episode as well. So tap in with them.
Links in the bios.
We're gonna have some links as well. Don't worry. And shout out to Style by Lay too. Shout out to Lena's hair business. Shout out to that. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. We're gonna catch y'all. We're gonna get y'all another episode this week for sure. Before Thursday. Definitely before Thursday, because I ain't gonna be here Thursday, but we're gonna get y'all another episode. We're gonna be back in the studio soon. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for 1,000 plays, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir.